Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. A mass shooting occurred in Germany at a Jehovah's Witnesses hall or temple or building, and some people were killed and some were injured. Why am I making this video? Is because the people here in the United States who think that will eradicate mass shooting think that disarming the population here will solve that problem. I do not think so, because when is a desire, there's the means, you know what I mean? So here we have a crazy guy or person going over there and committing a mass shooting in a country that the citizens are not having guns as they have here. So it's a safe country. Therefore, it shows that even if you implement those laws that will ban people from carrying and owning guns as easily as the United States of America, you would not be able to avoid crazies. So must be the problem somewhere else, because remember, a mass murder, a mass shooting occurs when someone picks an object and uses the object. An object by itself, if it's left alone, is not going to commit a mass murder, mass shooting. But the person, if picks it, they say, okay, let's take that away and there will be no mass shootings. Well, you just did in Germany, and that contradicts this kind of ideology. But unfortunately, some people in our society think, a lot of them actually think that taking the guns away from people will solve the problem. Well, it's not going to solve the problem. Might make it a little bit smaller or so, but in the process, you leave the other ones in society like sitting ducks. I would like to be free, to be able to defend myself. I'm a free man, I think. And whenever I allow my safety, and I put my safety in someone else's hands, I don't like that. Because I don't know if that someone else is not going to be a shooter in the future. That's how people, you don't know if a regular person will become a mass murderer in the future, because you don't know. There are some signs here and there, but by preventing, you can become paranoid. And because you become paranoid, you can report whomever you feel suspicious, or you feel that that person said something, and so on. And again, what they're going to do, infringe people's freedoms. They were not going to be free. We're not as free as we think we are, or some people think they are. But at least, allow me the right to defend myself if someone breaks in my house and tries to kill me or cause harm to my family. I don't want to let and allow an authority figure or some organization to come and maybe defend me in, 9 minutes if I get a chance to call. So, I don't like to allow myself being protected by others. To a certain extent, yes, you allow the military to protect you with what? With guns. All right, so what happened here, unfortunately, in Germany is tragic, and comes from Sputnik from today, the 10th of March 2023. This is the headline: at least 7 reported dead after shooting in Germany's Hamburg, several seriously injured. So someone got a gun, legally or illegally, and did something crazy. And it says here that early unconfirmed reports suggested that the shooting occurred at an event organized by Jehovah's Witnesses. However, investigators have yet to confirm the details of the shooting. It says at least 7 people were said to have been killed late Thursday in Hamburg, Germany. Several individuals are believed to have sustained serious injuries. Now remember, this is a country where you don't have the right, which I don't think nobody should give you the right. I think that's your right, because you're a free person, to be able to defend yourself against someone who wants to cause you harm. And if someone shows up, let's say, with a knife, or there's 5 people, your chances of survival diminish. But if you have something to at least deter that by, owning it, you can fend your family before the 9 minutes that usually takes the police to show up in certain areas, and even longer. I got the 9 minutes from a study about 20 years ago, when they said that was the average response time for the police to show up at your house or wherever the incident occurred. I think right now is about 2 minutes and a half. In 2 minutes and a half, a lot of things can occur. I would like to be able to defend myself, or at least, keep the criminal at bay in my house, car, wherever I am. I don't want anybody else to be in charge of my safety at this level. As I said, I don't talk about military. So we have here at the States this idea that disarming the population will decrease the mass shooting. That's possible, but remember, where is the will, there's a way. So here you have crazies, and they will find a way. Illegal possession of firearms will be there, and this utopic idea that we're going to get rid of that and we're going to have peace and there's not going to be any more shootings. Look at Germany, and I use this even if this happens 1 in 5 years. I'm just trying to make the point that you can't eradicate that. That's the first thing. And the other one, in the process of trying to do that, you're going to have a population that's going to be mild and not free. Remember, banning things like this, trying to ban the possession of law-abiding citizens, possession of weapons of law-abiding citizens, diminishes your ability to be a free person. In Germany, they're not free whatsoever. Not that we are, but at least, we can have this. And remember, in Germany, free speech, certain kind of free speech is illegal. They arrest you and they put you in jail if you, let's say, have a different opinion on certain historical events. You go to prison. Okay, so it's like I say, I don't think Napoleon lost at Waterloo. Now, if the society or the history says in the books that Napoleon lost at Waterloo, then they would arrest me, because I'm against that well-determined fact that Napoleon lost at Waterloo. So should I be arrested for denying the fact that Napoleon lost or not? I don't think I should be. But anyway, why? People will say, just leave him alone, he's stupid. Or maybe I bring some evidence that will prove that maybe Napoleon did not lose at Waterloo. Well, what would you say? Go ahead, Emil, look for it. Right? Right. Well, there are certain subjects in Germany that really, and not only in Germany, that gets you in jail, in prison, for about 5 years, I think it is, if you question certain things. Anyway, so I don't want to be like that. And I don't want to be like they are over there without weapons. Remember, let's say I've been over there in the Jehovah's Center temple, and someone would show up with that and start doing that. If I would have a weapon on me, it's a church or it's a temple, you can have it. There you have it. I can't have it. He knows, or she knows. I don't know if it's a he, she, thing, tong, tung. I don't know how that person identifies as nowadays. Knows that people over there most likely don't have guns. So, easy target. But if he knows that all over there has guns, I don't think he would be so, okay, let's take care of stuff here. Or, why do you think this kind of, how should I put them, mass shootings do not occur, let's say, at a gun show or at a police department? Nobody goes to kill them at the police department. Why? Because he knows, or they know, that over there he might get shot. There's a lot of weapons there. So what does that tell you? I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying that I, as a free person, must be free to be able to defend myself with whatever I feel necessary. With whatever I feel necessary to defend myself against an attack. Otherwise, what? If you don't want that, you can do it. If you don't want a gun, don't own a gun. It's your choice. But the problem is you try to have me not to have a gun. And I don't like that one. Because you assume that I might do something crazy. I can assume that every time you jump in your car, you might go and hit some pedestrians that you don't like. Well, don't infringe my ability to defend myself. Defend myself. And crazies will be there, are there, and will be, were, will, and are. You can't, get rid of them. Doesn't mean you should not work to diminish it. But the same. Think what are the results, the consequences of solving a problem. If you create a bigger problem over there, then let that, in a certain way, how should I put it? Try to find ways not to cause a bigger problem by solving another problem. And otherwise, cost benefit. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Germany, I think, what should you do? Well, continue having the authorities defend you, because you're so tired you can't. You're not trusted as an individual to be responsible, basically. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.